Hello everyone and welcome back to another video about Assassin's Creed. Today I'm going to be doing a video on kind of what we expect for the next Assassin's Creed game. Because as you all know, I believe that in the next 2 months or so we'll get an announcement for the next Assassin's Creed game. Because it's been building up to it, 2017 is the year, and Assassin's Creed usually gets announced about around this time of the year. So I'm going to be doing a video today kind of going over everything that we've talked about the game, and, you know, what we expect in general for the next Assassin's Creed game, just to tie all the discussion into a nice little bow. Assassin's Creed Empires, we've talked about it a lot, like, we've talked about it so much over the last year, and I just want to go over everything before it gets announced within the next few months. So let's get straight into the video. So as you all know, we've had many leaks about this game. We've had fucking countless amounts of leaks about Assassin's Creed Empire. The majority of the leaks that we've had have been completely fake. But the ones I still stick with are the one that we had the other week, the one that was a guy standing outside a tomb, and the original Kotaku leak that kind of started all of the discussion about the game and was like the first ever thing we heard about it last year in January. I still stick to that because Kotaku usually cover leaks on stuff that they believe are real, and I believe Kotaku's judgment because they're quite good with leaks usually. So I have no problem believing the leak that was, you know, last year in January. I have no problem with that at all. It did specify the setting. That's one of the main things. Like, that is literally one of the main things about this game. The setting. That's the thing that first interested me. It got me making Assassin's Creed videos in the first place. Like, my first Assassin's Creed news video was about Assassin's Creed Empire. The first thing we ever got was the Kotaku leak, and I still believe that to this day because it hasn't been proved fake or anything like that. Ubisoft hasn't said anything on it, and Kotaku are usually pretty good with leaks in general. Another rumor that we've had is that the Black Flag team with Ashraf Ismail are creating the game. I have no problem with this. I love Black Flag as a game. It has some fucking great aspects, like exploration. The gameplay is amazing. The characters are awesome. And, you know, it was just a very good game in general. I really love Black Flag. So if Ashraf Ismail and his team are making the game, I have no problem with that at all because I trust them to make a great game. Something else that is rumoured as well is that Darby McDevitt is also writing the game, which is fucking amazing because he's a great writer. He's done so many good things for the Assassin's Creed franchise. He wrote Revelations. Like, that ending the story to Revelations and stuff was fucking amazing. He also did some other stuff as well. He might have wrote Black Flag. I think he wrote Black Flag. If I got that wrong, do correct me. But he has written some great things for Assassin's Creed, and he's the best writer that Assassin's Creed has had. So if he's writing the next Assassin's Creed game, that means we've got a good story, and I am perfectly happy with that, you know. I am happy with a damn good story because we've been lacking stories recently, you know. We've been lacking them stories. They haven't been too great at all. But if Darby is in charge of writing Empire, then I trust him perfectly with that. Another thing we've talked about is gameplay aspects, so like kind of things like freeform combat that I want to be in it. Kind of like The Witcher 3, because I do love The Witcher 3's gameplay style and like the combat and the sword play. Something that I'd want is not fully Witcher 3 combat, because that wouldn't really fit with Assassin's Creed, because you're fighting monsters in The Witcher 3 primarily. But I would like something similar to it in terms of the freeform combat. But I kind of like a change on the Unity combat, because I feel like the 3 and Black Flag combat is a little bit too easy. You can just kind of button mash and take out everyone. And the Brotherhood and Revelations combat is also kind of the same. But the 2 and 1 combat is just a little bit too simplistic for me. It was good at the time. It's good combat, I don't mind it, but it's too simplistic. And I think Unity was good combat. All they need to do is make it freeform, make it a little bit faster, and make it work. Because combat in Unity was fucking shit. It didn't work at all. You could like hit people through a massive crowd of people, and it would just be very buggy. People wouldn't die, and they'd be frozen in place, and they'd fall to the ground seconds later. It wasn't all that great at all. But if they took Unity's combat, revamped it, made it freeform, made it faster, I think it could be a really good combat system. Of course, they'll keep the climbing the same. The climbing is always the same in Assassin's Creed. Like, there's no need to really change it from Unity and Syndicate's climbing. It was fine. Had the parkour up feature, parkour down feature. Very simple, but very effective, and it works. One thing that I want them to change is the transitions between like the animations of climbing and running, because sometimes I've noticed that it's a kind of choppy and looks a bit bad when they switch from animation to animation. So if they just change the transitions up a bit, I would be perfectly fine with that. That'd be fucking great. Something else that I love as well and I know a lot of other people would love to see returning, is horses. Horses were a fucking great part of Assassin's Creed. I love horses in games, and if we were to have horses riding around, or camels riding around in ancient Egypt, I think that'd be fucking awesome. That would be fucking great. So I'd love to see horses returning. I don't see why horses or camels wouldn't make an appearance in Assassin's Creed Empire if it's set in Egypt. It makes perfect sense because you'd have a huge open area to play around in, and you'd need something to travel around that quickly if you don't want to use fast travel constantly. So it would definitely make sense to put a horse in the game. Like, it makes sense, alright. And then also, we have the controllable eagle. Obviously, it's going to be so great. I can't wait to get my eagle, send it into battle, have it peck people and shit. That's just going to be fucking sick. The controllable eagle, best fucking part, best part of fucking Assassin's Creed Empire. It's gonna be amazing, guys. Something else that I want as well, something that I've talked about in the past, is a likable character. At the very least, I want a likable main character. Like, Jacob and Evie and Arno haven't been too great. Like, Jacob and Evie, they were fine. They served a purpose. They were good at what they were doing, and they did have some good moments, like any character. But I do think that we need a better main character. Like, Arno was good at the end of Dead Kings and kind of at the end of the game. He wasn't that interesting throughout the duration of it. He was a good character at the beginning. It's kind of like he was a strong character, and then he was bad, and then he kind of went good again when Elise died and stuff like that. So, I just want a good character, like a main character that's relatable. Because Jacob and Evie and Arno haven't been like interesting. Arno was kind of overshadowed by how bad the game Unity was and just how it didn't work very well. And then Jacob and Evie were just very forgettable because Syndicate was kind of a forgettable game in general. But an unlikable main character with a good set of side characters to accompany this, that would be fucking great. On top of a great character and stuff like that, I would love Modern Days to come back and have a good main character there as well, because Modern Day used to be amazing. Syndicate and Unity, it was shit. It was non-existent, might as well not have been there at all. But it was great in the other games, and I'd love to see playable Modern Day come back with an actual Modern Day protagonist, instead of them just being lazy and being like, oh, it's you, it's the player, you know, it's the fucking player. No, I want playable Modern Day back. That'd be awesome. That's what we want. You know, it kind of makes Assassin's Creed the playable Modern Day sections, and I just want him back. So, you know, you could have an awesome character in the Modern Day. Might not be Desmond's son because he was revealed in a comic, although Daniel Cross was first in a comic before he was in the game, so Desmond's son could still be in Assassin's Creed Empire. You know, you never know. But if worst comes to worst and Desmond's son isn't in Assassin's Creed Empire as a playable character, have a good, interesting Modern Day character you can play as that is, like, kind of involved with Sean, Rebecca, and William, and stuff like that. Maybe even Bishop. We can get to know Bishop more. And yeah, I just want a good, interesting Modern Day character we can play out, because playable Modern Day was great, and I just love to see it come back in the next game. But yeah, overall, I think we should definitely manage our expectations with Assassin's Creed Empire. I still feel like it's going to be a great game. It's not going to be complete, utter dog shit. I feel like Ubisoft will have learned from their mistakes in the past, and they will definitely be able to make a good game. And if Ashraf Ismail is working on it as the game director and Darby McDevitt is writing the game, I have high hopes for the game as a whole. But we should definitely manage our expectations, because not everything that all of us, like me, Ethan, Tyler, and James, and Nick, have made in videos are going to be in the game. Not everything is going to be in the game that we said. Not everything that we hope is going to be in the game is going to be in the game in the end. So I just want everyone to think about it, and just, it's not going to be fucking everything that we said. You know, it will be very good, I think, but it's not going to be everything we hope it will be. But it will definitely be a good game. It will definitely be a good game, and I'll enjoy playing it, and I think it'll bring back Assassin's Creed if it's set in ancient Egypt, has good writing, good gameplay, and stuff like that. What can go wrong? And I'd love to be able to see it contend with games like Red Dead Redemption, or games like Horizon Zero Dawn as an open world game. Like, I'd love to fucking see that. So there's not really much else I can talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more Assassin's Creed content in the future, and also remember to comment down in the comment section below what you think about Assassin's Creed Empire, and whether you think we'll get a leak within the next 2 months. I definitely think we'll get a leak very fucking soon. So that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!